Crystal not ready to fight the initial entry. He's just going to have to try to survive. And Ja just buying time. Ooh. They get one ping. They don't have information on another. Oh! Ja just gets a domed right in the face by the Sheriff. I mean, that's not really going to do, be able to stop the Sheriff there, but still the entry happens here for NAOS Esports.
And that's when we see that barrier or being used just to block off lane. It's a good way to kind of corner yourself into the site and maybe play around some of these artificial corners or walls. But look at how SCARZ are able to come in through this. It's a bit of a space, and the witz finds one shot.
Yeah, I mean, just a cheeky little angle. He's trying to go for another. He gets a second one as well. And it's going to be NAOS Esports with 3 members left alive. Jemkin planted right now in the middle of the site, right next to Mojer. Oh. And Jemkin gets that kill, and that means we can let them come into the site as well. We're still holding in the back. TORANECO says, don't worry about us here on the site. Oh my god, they're not even gonna get the kill onto Allen! And SCARZ up flawless here in round 4. Now, finally, speed being the answer to try to combat the one-way combo. However, they have the ping on Allen, and he can't win the duel! It's even a 2v1, and Allen just says, thank you, this is why I used the Phantom sprays down 2 headshots, and the entry is stopped. That extra round of buys that you mentioned, Quack, falling down the drain. 3 members left. You don't have a jet, you don't have flashes, you don't have that paranoia anymore. Sure, you have the resurrection. Ooh. Is there an angle for it, though? It's not gonna happen. Jemkin will just shut everything down. PapiChulo, we've seen him do crazy things, but it's starting to look more and more difficult, Quack.
3, one on top, one below.
Yeah, over under. That's the hardest one. And now trying to speed through, but the alarm bot is going to spot them. NAOS Esports, they have no intention of stopping, though. This was never meant to be a scouting mission. It was meant to break open the site. Already through on Switch, they close it. And the main force not able to enter just yet. Ja finally coming in to support. Meanwhile, witz, he's pushing out. He gets 2. That's enough to slow them down for the time being. They even planted PapiChulo in market. But SCARZ, they pushed up the tempo. Now Allen all alone. Ja getting that clutch kill against Yoshiii. Otherwise, PapiChulo may have been too late, but now it's a double angle, and Allen has no idea as NAOS Esports tries to claw back with a 3rd round.
Guess we just cracked through it with the tailwind onto the top of Generator. But again, look at the SCARZ composition. Look at SCARZ positioning. Just playing right around guard, and you've got Jemkin watching the angle. Mojer, however, a bit of a lurk towards B. He finds that first pick off. Jemkin with a wallbang onto PapiChulo too. Yeah, the defender lockdown now in place.
Yeah, the lockdown wasn't cleared. Coming up for SenyorCarL. He tries to go for it, but he's stopped, and Allen's still alive. They can start tapping the spike right now, and it's another over-under to protect their teammates. Crystal good for 1. Jemkin will miss that one, though.
Are we going for this?
Yeah, I mean, I think so, because Crystal, he doesn't really have an option. Oh, there's the whoa! And Crystal will clear out the 1v2 with absolute clean execution. And they know, right? They dumped so many of their ultimates, so they just say, okay, let the lockdown happen. But they have the lineup. Is it gonna go through the nano swarm and the fragment? It's good. They don't even have to empty the site, and now Heaven backfilled up on the side of SCARZ. The paranoia comes out to buy time. Only 30 seconds left. NAOS Esports, you have to break it open by pure gunpowder. You have to go in. You have to win your duels. The Omen teleports through. PapiChulo, he wants to be that hero. He needs to be that hero. Currently for the Philippines. Ja protects the door. They will be able to go in. They should be able to get the plant. Right now, SCARZ, they have to wait for Jemkin to show up and potentially use those blades to open up the site.
There is that potential. However, SCARZ, Crystal, pushed past a certain position, and he might be able to find a couple of picks. He gets the first, and then SenyorCarL trades. Now trying to waterfall off the top of Heaven. SenyorCarL watching the angle gets taken out. It's Jemkin off the charge. Allen flicks back upwards, and now down to a 1-on-2, both in beneath hell. He gets the first, and then PapiChulo with the Guardian protects the site. I think SCARZ are prepared for this.
Oh, they absolutely are. And Allen was not cleared at all. Ja only looking to the left, didn't have a chance to quite clear the right side. Allen stuck in front, another as Yoshiii draws the attention on the other side of the map. Allen with a 4K. They never stop. step foot into A site as SCARZ goes up to 7.
Exploring middle instead.
I like this idea, right? It's not going to be too common for the Sage to be here. The wall's already up in B main. SenyorCarL, he gets contact, and he tries to peek back out, but they already spammed him through the wall with the headshot. Are they aware that Ja is here? Was this enough of an Oscar-worthy act? No, it was not. Ja gets checked. Witz now alone with the slow orb, but they say we will just jump all across that pond. And now the Sage down as well. B site opened up. Now Esports desperately needed this pistol, and it's already down to a 2v5. The door is closed. It's they hear both pistols here coming through market. SCARZ has all of the information they need.
Crystal's just watching the angle too, waiting for it. They peek through. Unfortunately, not times together. One for Crystal, one for Jemkin. SCARZ makes it a flawless pistol win.
Currently just giving up mid control with that alarm bot watching it. Of course, rifles all still bought up with the half armors here for now. Esports. Ja gets taken out first. It's got to be a double for Allen. He has been on fire on that KO here on Ascent. Now Witz, the wall is still up on A main, but he's going back into sight. He's just trying to get whatever extra kills to buy time. The mind games, will they work? Witz steps out, steps back in. He's good for one. He's peeking back and forth, and that's a triple. SenyorCarL now here in time off of those triple kills. The drone forces TORANECO off the spike plant. He's trying to bait them out, but Carl will get that kill. SenyorCarL on the Silva. That operator still in the hands of Ja. They sneak him in, but the gun wasn't quite ready. He's good for one. PapiChulo here to support. They are able to save their operator, bring him back into the site, shut down A main. Now the map pretty much cut in half for SCARZ. They don't have much to work with. The recon bolt will spot them in mid. SenyorCarL, he's just checking for B main, but if that's not there, they're going to back out, group up. I love this from NAOS Esports. You have the numbers advantage. Don't go into these unnecessary 1v1s.
No need to overpeak, right, Will? He's just watching the angle too.
Oh, but the smoke, it puts pressure on him. He's chosen his side, left or right. He's just going to wait for it.
We still got SenyorCarL on the other side, but no! Ja, he overpeaks it, pulls out his knife too. Yeah, thankfully Carl is here to find those frags, and as Crystal answers back and pushes through, we've got the res coming up from Witz. They're thinking that he's probably up front on the site. Crystal's going to use this momentum to slowly sneak back up. Witz watches the angle, however, tags him down to red HP. It's just going to be Ja with the angle. Wall bang, punches through him. Just trying to expand their territory as well. But NAOS are doing the same thing, just a B and A main.
And the wall comes up. Yeah, I mean, they are just trapped for SCARZ here in the middle of the map. Now, they quickly clear out. Oh, Yoshiii wins that duel, but SenyorCarL is there to equalize. However, that off has been dropped. He has to make a choice. Do I just go back into sight? Yes, they do. They give up the weapon. It's still going to be SCARZ who has to dive in, so they say, let them keep the operator, whatever. We want the round. Backup already arrived on the side of NAOS Esports.
Mojer now holding out from defender spawn, has a position to spam through, but it also comes down to SenyorCarL and how he anchors. He hears them drop, he tries to go for a spray. Get the quadra! Oh, Crystal! He tries to fight back, but that's all you can do because Mojer is here to say that it's lights out! SCARZ just trying to look for that opening pick, but anytime they peek out, they could be shut down. Witz forced to fall back, and Ja's on the other side. Crystal confirms it, so they decide to push back in towards B. They're using this lockdown, but here comes that Hunter's Fury from SenyorCarL.
Yeah, the Hunter Fury to answer, though, to take out SenyorCarL. And Mojer just holds his ground. He will get detained, but it's buying enough time and evened out the numbers for the time being. He'll eventually die. However, he made it possible that it's a 3v2. Witz
Crystal
has arrived. Crystal, he's been on fire the past 2 days, Quack. A little scared here, the Blade Storm just to draw out. Oh, and the Paranoia support, but Crystal just tucks away. TORANECO on the other side, he goes for the trade. Does he know the exact location of PapiChulo? He does! Ja, he's been healed up. He's got the blades at the ready. It's a, and he goes for the double blades right in the chest of TORANECO. And it's going to be tied up as we hear the cheers for NAOS Esports. The speed, it's all the way turned up.
It's going to be that rush through, right?
Oh, and the updraft leads it.
Yeah, but the nano storm just burns him alive. SenyorCarL now watching the angle. The up, push through. He gets a shot onto Allen, and then his teammates cover him fully. NAOS, they secure that one-round lead.
You think you can buy a bit more time here on the site of B. The Paranoia's now all being used up on both sides. Ja, he does get tagged, but does he? No, that Jemkin is there. No, he he doesn't. Jemkin one step ahead. They've now shaken up mid. They know they should have the numbers advantage here in the site. Draw out the nanosword. Still 45 seconds on the clock. I mean, SCARZ, they have their pickings. They don't have to go B, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Reset. They're now just going to try to push back in through B main. They showed Jemkin in mid. They know that someone has to be tied up there.
Left.
And now it's the full force coming in through main. Alarm bot taken down. Smokes there to buy time. Mojer, can he delay long enough? SenyorCarL's gone, but Mojer's still alive. Oh, he cannot clear mid for his teammates.
And with that shot, Crystal doubles back, goes through B main as well. He could very well hold the cross from this position. naos has no choice but to push through defender spawn. Maybe mark it as well. But this is where Crystal is lying in wait. The trap has been set, and all it needs is for naos to set it off. They're looking to push through now. The drop has been heard. Crystal, as soon as more footsteps go past main, he's gonna peek out. That's precisely what he's looking for. Recon Ball confirms the shot, and he lands it perfectly onto witz. PapiChulo pushed into sight. He needs to make these shots good, because if not, this round could very well be over. He's running out of time. He turns back, and oh! Shot through the back of his skull. TORANECO with the stinger. SCARZ are trying to pull naos away, trying to distract them from the main push. Here comes Jemkin, and that's going to be witz gone. Off that could be A site lost.
Yeah, I mean, PapiChulo, he's all alone. We see Ja running as fast as he can to try to provide support. They did push out a B on the other side of the map. SenyorCarL gets a kill. So right now, it's just mission keep PapiChulo alive. Can he survive? So they can even up the numbers. He's tagged, but he hides behind the second box. He cannot be hit. The shadow step out, and Ja is now ready with that cross. Eventually, PapiChulo goes down, but we still have a 3-on-3 lockdown of it. Head top. TORANECO so weak, and the lockdown now in action. SCARZ, you have an answer for this. They're going to just try to push through with the paranoia, but SenyorCarL says, I was not hit. Mojer got his vision back, and that's going to be the round for naos Esports. Ja, there was a reason naos Esports picked this map. They wanted to set it up for success on that jet with that operator, and he is delivering in just absolute spades as they get to map point first.
Match point.
Meanwhile, early tailwind used by Ja. And SCARZ, they say, okay, we just go fast again, but the paranoia, this time it's preemptive. Coming out from PapiChulo, they cannot enter the site. The wall greets them, and it's going to be Ja right over through the wall, gets the kill. PapiChulo, he goes for one trade. Not on Jemkin, but he shuts down that initial entry. Ja still on the site as well. SenyorCarL, he's trying to rotate over. He clears out mid for the time being. They know that there's nobody on the flank. Ja, you're getting spammed, but he still gets the kill onto the no-commanded KO. And it's another one. All down to Jemkin. Blades at the ready, 1v4. We've praised him all week long. 2 weeks talking about the star player of SCARZ. Can he extend this, or will we be going to fracture? PapiChulo with the headshot. naos Esports keeps the dream alive for the Philippines as they tie it up 1-1 to go on to fracture next in the semi-final best of 3.